Hi everyone! Today we are going to learn how to easily download images from the internet using C# and FLURL library. This method is great for beginners and we'll go through it step by step. We often need to download images from the web to our computers. We can do it manually, but what if we wanted to automate this process? We will use C# with Playwright to extract image sources, and then we will use FLURL in order to download the images. First, let's install these packages via NuGet. Install Playwright and FLURL. So, before we download the images into our computer, we need to find their URL, right? So, we'll use Playwright for this. You can see the code in here, but let me just show you step by step how to get this code, okay? So, let's find the web page from which you want to download the images. I chose this web page and I want to download these two images. Now you click Inspect and you open DevTools, and then you find the images on your web page. Then you select the box in which all of the images are. Okay? It's this box in our case. This is the class we are interested in because we need to find some unique selector that we can then use in order to find the element we are interested in. So right now we will just save it into a variable. Okay. Okay, right now we can just go ahead and skip any of these words. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can cut any prefix out. Then you just leave dot between the spaces. You delete the spaces and you replace it with the dots. But right now we are only left with one word, so we are only putting one dot in front of the word, okay? So we are searching for this exact element. Now we found it, and it's exactly what we wanted, right? So next thing we need to do is that we want to select these images. We don't want the box around the images, we want the images. So how do we get the images? We will just navigate through the DOM and find the image elements, right? So it should be inside this div. As you can see, there are two image elements. We need to extract the source, and it is only in one of these image elements for this image, and in the case of the other one it's the exact same thing, right? Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, right now we will only select all the image elements. Like this. So now we have a list of 4 elements, but we are only interested in 2 of them because only 2 of them hold the source for the images. So we need to do a for loop and extract these images. And another thing that I wanted to show you is that this source is just a source for the thumbnail of the image that we are interested in. But in reality, we want the full-sized image. As you can see, this is the thumbnail, and if I browse for the exactly the same thing, but I just leave out the T on the end, then I am left with a full-sized image. So this means that it's enough to just leave the T out in this case. So for every image, we will save both the thumbnail and the full-size image source. Okay, how do we do this? First of all, we need the return list of the images. Okay. Then for every image, we will find the source and only download it, only push it to the list if it contains the source. If it's like not blank, right? So, okay, I already tried to do this beforehand. So, for every image in images, we find the image source, and if the source doesn't exist, we just continue. Okay? This means that continue means that you are returning like to the beginning. You're just continuing with the for cycle. You're skipping everything down here. Okay? So we only get here if the source does exist. Okay? So, right now, the full source is when we get rid of the T on the end. And after this, we can just push the full URL and the thumbnail URL into red images. Right now we want to return the red images, but we will just stringify the JSON right now, okay? So now, as you can see, we have both images, and for every image we got the full URL and the thumbnail URL. Now that we have our image sources, let's process this data to prepare for downloading, okay? So, first of all, we need to put it into a try catch, okay? So you can just copy this whole code, and then you need to write this syntax. So the image sources will be returned from this statement. This statement is evaluated, and you need to put return in here. I really recommend the try-catch blocks because then you can debug easier. With our list of URLs, we can now start downloading the images using FLURL. So here, this is like one of the image URL sources, and then you need to write down the path where you want to download the image. I created a new file, new folder named images, in my desktop. Now let's write the code to download an image. We'll start by getting the image stream from the URL. It's this code. Next, we will create a local file and copy the data from our stream into it. We are using this syntax in order to ensure that the streams are properly closed. Okay, after I run this code, let's wait a little while. Okay, here we go. Now we should get into our breakpoint right here. And we got our sources of the images. Let's take a look into the folder images, and we can see that we successfully downloaded the image. So guys, this is the whole process of downloading any image from any web page. So what have we done? We used Playwright and FLURL. First, we detected the source of the images in the DevTools. Then we used these selectors in our Playwright script in order to get the element, and after this to get out the strings of the sources of the images. And with these we then used the FLURL in order to download these images into your computer. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.